Got the live stream going on YouTube. I'm going to hit record and get this party started. Hello and welcome to this complimentary training. It's called the Create Your Six-Figure Membership Plan. So you're going to discover how to quickly develop your income generating membership site plan so you can confidently launch your membership without losing money or time. And this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to give you some of my best thinking and training over, really, I think it's been 15 years in this membership site industry, and I'm going to distill down everything into a specific path that you can follow. So this is going to be an interactive session. I'm Chris Badgett, CEO and co-founder of LifterLMS. I've got Will from LifterLMS helping co-pilot the ship. If you don't know what LifterLMS is, it's a leading membership and learning management solution for WordPress. So we've been around membership sites for a very long time. And I'm going to get my presentation rolling and we're going to get this party started. So just give me 1 second to get that up. So if you can, I'm going to share my screen. I just need somebody in the chat to confirm that you can see the slides. Are we looking good? Hello from London. I'm doing this. We're good. Ying's with us. All right. So this is a presentation I have. It's called the 5-Day Six-Figure Course Plan Challenge, but let's just talk about membership and courses. You can kind of interchange those two words in what I'm showing you today. And in my opinion, the best way to start a membership site is to start thinking from day one about having some courses inside. Courses don't have to be overwhelming or huge. You could do just one little one. You could do a big one. You could do a bunch of little ones. And what you're going to learn today is how to launch a membership site by starting with just a single course that you can have a rock solid plan for in 5 days so that you can confidently launch your online course without wasting time or money. So this is for subject matter experts, or if you're an agency or WordPress website building professional and you help experts, this will help you with your membership site goals or your membership site clients. Now, what I'm doing for you today is basically a high-level walkthrough of a 5-day challenge that we've created. Will's just put it in the chat. That's a 5-day challenge process that you can enroll in so that you can go through this process in just 1 hour a day for 5 days. Today, I'm going to go through the whole process quickly and give you the high-level view. But if you're willing to commit 5 hours over the course of 5 days, you can have your six-figure membership site plan with your first course locked and loaded, ready to go. I've got some exciting bonuses for you, so stay to the end. You're going to learn about those. But there is a link in the chat. Go ahead and enroll in that now, or just wait till the end. We'll share that link again. And that's just lifterlikes.com/challenge. So go check that out. But my name's Chris Badgett. I'm the LifterLMS CEO and co-founder. We've sold millions to membership site creators with our software company. We've been around the industry for about 15 years. Throughout that time, I've done a lot of training and content and coaching with course creators, membership site people. And if you add it all up between the YouTube videos, the courses, the Udemy courses, the podcast, there's 67,000 plus course creators served. The number is actually probably much higher than that. So I've been around the block for a while. And my job here is to condense decades into just days for you. Some of the results of the people that have worked with me are Ziv Raviv. This guy over here, he is did over $377,000 in course sales in his membership site in 2021. And that's in a very small niche of child entertainers. These are people that teach or that go to parties and entertain kids, tying animal balloons and things like that. So in this very small niche, he made $377,000 in 2021 from his membership site. Angela Brown started from nothing, just an idea to create a membership site for house cleaners, to teach them how to start and grow their house cleaning businesses. She's become a huge phenomenon. I've watched her take off over the past 4 years. I've watched her go from 0 to 250K YouTube subscribers. I don't know her revenue numbers, but she is massive in her membership site. Jay Abraham is famous in the internet marketing world. Some of the people that you may look up to as an internet marketer or a coach, like Tony Robbins or Eben Pagan and kind of some of the famous internet marketing folks, a lot of them learned from Jay. Jay uses our membership site software, LifterLMS, to teach through his academy for business training. And he's, valued at over 73 million these days. So again, I'm just going to walk you through this challenge. There's a link in the chat to go take the challenge yourself. But just sit back and enjoy this high level overview of how it works so that you can create your 6-figure membership site plan. Because the problem is a lot of people come into this space and they don't have a plan. They start buying tools, they start creating a course. They're not sure what to make and what to put in the membership. And it gets messy really quick, which creates a huge problem in our industry where people fail to launch, or they launch with poor results because it wasn't really well thought out. So you're going to learn how to create your money-making membership plan in just 5 days so that you can confidently launch without wasting time or money. The 5-day process is, day 0 is really just committing to the idea, committing to your success. Day 1, we step into our power as a subject matter expert. Day 2, we focus on who we're going to serve. Day 3, we define our winning offer. Day 4, we create the course outline for our first course inside of our membership site. Day 5, we design the success system so what we're offering is going to work for our people. There's some other bonuses inside the challenge that we have linked in the side there. One is a training on how to launch your website super fast and get your membership site online super quick. Bonus number 2, biggest question we get is, how do I price my course or my membership site? So we have a whole research-based, science-based way to figure that out for you and your niche. And then we have a third training to show you how to get traffic to your membership site and get people enrolling in your courses. It's another bonus. Day 0, though, is all about committing to success. It's about blocking time in your calendar for this training. So that's 1 hour a day for 5 days, ideally in a row. And then committing that that you're going to take action on what you learn each day. It's actually only about 20 minutes of training each day. And then, 30 to 40 minutes of taking action, filling out a worksheet to come up with your exact website plan. And then I would encourage people to go ahead and set a date that you're going to launch as a forcing function to focus your energy, your attention. And just keep in mind, you can launch this membership site without the course even being created yet. You can pre-sell. So if you want to be really aggressive, I promise you that if you go through the 5-day challenge, you look at the 3 bonuses, that you could literally launch your membership site with paying customers in as little as 1 to 2 weeks. That does involve some pre-selling. You still need time to actually make the content for your first course, but I'm telling you, this can be done. Day 1 is all about stepping into your power. So if you don't step into your power as an expert, as a education entrepreneur, The problem you have is that you're filled with doubt. You start losing motivation, and you have this kind of sinking hole in your gut where you feel unfulfilled and not living up to your potential. But when you do step into your power, you uncover some incredible confidence, a motivation that just maintains and keeps going, and you really unlock a meaningful life. And really the main benefit that happens there when you successfully step into your power is you get this energy that you have. Have you ever met somebody, let me know in the chat, that just seem to have incredible drive and ability to create and show up every day? Type yes in the chat if you know somebody like that, that just has, clearly stepped into their power and is, really has that energy as an entrepreneur, as somebody who's a creator or a business builder. This is what stepping into your power is all about. And I'm going to help you do that. I'm going to show you how to get more energy in 1 hour to power your course and membership, motivation, and business forever. So there's a Japanese concept called ikigai. So ikigai is a Japanese word that means your reason for being. Iki in Japanese means life, and gai describes value or worth. Your ikigai is your life purpose and your bliss. It's what brings you joy and inspires you to get out of bed every day. We all have this, and it may be dormant or sleeping inside of you, but we're going to unlock that. So in terms of stepping into your power, the ikigai, I'm going to take you through the framework here. And again, if you get inside the course, this will you'll have these worksheets to work on. But basically what it is it sits at the intersection of what the world needs, what you can be paid for, what you're good at, and what you love. So, and I'm going to show you an example here, but basically you figure out what you love, what the world needs. Is there a market for it? And do you have the skills to do that? And one of the challenges we see in the market here is that people get really focused on themselves. Like, I want to make money online. I want to have an online business. I want to work from anywhere. I want to, build my business around my lifestyle. And that's an outward, or it's an inward focus, which is fine. I'm not against any of those things. But if you have an outward focus with your ikigai, I find that you're a lot more successful. So I find more people that are successful when they're really thinking about that ideal customer and being in service to them and making their life better. There's that famous quote that if we help enough people get what they want, you get what you want. So there's a need to commit to that outward focus, and then the creator sanctuary needs to be built. So for me, this is about having a location for you to do this work of creating your membership and your courses, having rituals to support that, and having inspiration to keep you motivated. For me, I built a little cabin in my backyard where I run my online business from. That's my creator sanctuary. I'm speaking to you right now from that place. All that comes together to create your ikigai. And just to give you an example, this is Ziv Raviv, who we mentioned earlier. He made $377,000 from his membership site, teaching people how to tie animal balloons and do this kid entertainer niche. But his ikigai is all about the balloon artist. He is a balloon artist himself, so he really understands it. So let's take a step back through the ikigai here. He loves balloon art. He loves, brightening up, making children laugh. He loves, doing the clown stuff that they do at parties. What does the world need? Does it need more laughter and fun and stuff like that? Type yes in the chat if you think the world could smile or laugh a little more. What you can be paid for. Will other aspiring balloon artists pay somebody to learn how to do this professionally and actually, become a successful balloon artist? This is a really small niche. He said there was only 5,000 total addressable market for this niche in the world, and he pulled it off successfully. What you're good at, because he did this whole thing himself and became a professional balloon artist, he had the skills to do it. And so he found his ikigai And this is what it looks like. You know, he's not just chasing some quick way he heard to make money online doing affiliate marketing or something like that. He's really going after it. And I've seen how much love and spirit and joy that he puts out in the world, and how motivated he is as he helps these people and puts this ripple of hope out into the world. Focusing the avatar is day 2. So if you don't have a clear ideal customer profile, avatar, learner avatar, whatever you call it, this is like the ideal person that your course is for, the type of person. If it's not focused, your membership site progress ends up being slow. You build a hodgepodge, confusing product, and you become unfocused and lose motivation. But if you focus your avatar, you can move fast, you build an awesome product, and you focus. And when we do all that, when we have the clear avatar, everything gets 100 times easier because you have clarity. So in this part of the 5-day challenge, you learn how to get more clarity in 1 hour to focus your energy for maximum efficiency and profit. This is how we save time. This is how we set up our odds of success. The learner avatar is a fictional or real person who has the same needs, pain points, and wants as the ideal customer your course or membership is designed to serve. So thinking back again to Ziv, the balloon artist. This is a very specific avatar. It's not just how to start your own business, general stuff. It's for balloon artists. And the way to focus the avatar, we have this worksheet for you. Again, these are inside the actual challenge course you can enroll in. It's free. We'll put a link to that in the chat. You want to figure out who this avatar is. Like, who are you helping? If you're on this call, you're somebody who wants to have you're a subject matter expert that wants to have a training-based membership site of some kind. Let me know in the chat if that's true, because that's the avatar of who I'm working with right now. So the way we find them is we look at their pains and frustrations and we list them out. We list their desires. We look at their primary measurable goal, and we look at their primary identity transformation. And just to give you some examples for those of you here on the call, who we help is, training-based membership site creators. That's who we help. Some of the pains and frustrations you have is frustrations around software solutions that didn't work out as promised, slow progress, finding out that you have marketing challenges, perhaps you're not sure how to organize your course content, or you're not sure what to put in your membership site. Does any of this sound familiar? Let us know in the chat. The desires, you want to have an online business that helps people. You want to make income, impact, and create more freedom in your life. These are desires you have. You want to take your knowledge and monetize it and turn it into a product. These are all desires that you have. And your primary measurable goal for a successful membership site is probably money related. You want to have like a 6-figure membership site, and your primary identity transformation is just going from a subject matter expert to a membership site entrepreneur. That's a shift from knowing a lot about something to building this incredible platform that delivers the learning and helps people at scale. That you become a new kind of entrepreneur. Other things about our avatar are demographics and psychographics. Demographics are things on the outside like gender, age, location, income, marital status, number of children. Now, keep in mind, this is our ideal avatar. It doesn't mean if somebody doesn't check every single one of these boxes, they won't be a good fit for your training. We're just thinking about the ideal person. And some of these may not matter. Like for me personally, membership site entrepreneur, the gender doesn't matter. Most people are in this niche, if you're on this call, are probably, 30 plus, maybe in your 40s, maybe in your 50s, like on the, not necessarily in the 20 to 30 range, or like in the post that range. Let me know if I'm right in the chat, or don't. Income, typically the people that membership site creators already have a skill that they're deploying, so they're making some money, but it's going to range depending upon what niche they're in. Marital status and children, not as important. Psychographics, these are things about your avatar and how they what they're into. So what are their interests? What experts and authors do they follow? What tools and software do they use? What online communities do they hang out in? What other products do they use? What do they do for entertainment? So just to do a guess, let me know in the chat if I'm resonating with anybody here. But if you're here, you're probably into entrepreneurship in general. Experts and authors, you've probably read Russell Brunson's Expert Secrets. If anybody's read that, let me know in the chat. So tools and software, I bet you probably have an email list tool like ActiveCampaign or MailChimp or ConvertKit or something like that. Online communities, I bet you're part of some Facebook groups for course creators and coaching and things like that. Products, I bet you have some, audio video equipment in your house that you've invested in. And I think entertainment, I think people do a lot of different things for entertainment. Since you're a computer person, you're probably, into Netflix and some social media stuff and things like that. So let me know in the chat if that's working. And look at this, as we work through this, you start to see how we can even target our avatar through an advertising campaign, just as an example. But more importantly than advertising, this helps us focus on what it is we're actually creating. So this is the balloon artist avatar right here that zivs. We can clearly see somebody who's wants to become a professional clown and balloon artist. The next day is all about defining your winning offer. So every step that I'm going through here is super essential. If you don't step into your power, if you don't focus the avatar, if you don't define your winning offer, none of this is going to work. So this is like the essential training here. The problem is when you don't have a winning offer, you end up overwhelmed. You don't know what to say in your content or your course or your marketing or your membership. And then you end up creating a confusing offer simply because you're not focused, and therefore people don't attract to the offer. But when you work on developing a winning offer, it creates an incredible amount of focus. You know exactly what to say, and you have a no-brainer offer. And you know what that does when you have a winning offer? You have a low stress level. Who could use a little less stress in the chat? Just type a Y or a yes if that's you. So I'm going to show you how to reduce stress in 1 hour by developing your winning offer without resorting to sleazy sales methods. Now, if you think you already have an offer and you've got it and you've already got this covered, I'd encourage you to just have an open mind as we go through the offer and be open to maybe yours could be tweaked. Sometimes an offer just needs a little tweak and it's way better. So an offer refers to a promise that a course creator or membership site owner or coach makes in exchange for another person's money, time, and effort. So that's literally what an offer is. It's an exchange of someone's time and money for what it is that you're offering. So to define a winning offer, there's really 6 key components. Again, all these worksheets are in the challenge, which is linked in the chat, so you can check that out. But we have to have that clear customer. We have to have a mechanism to help them. And that people want a specific kind of result, and ideally in a guaranteed time frame. And then we want to know what the two biggest objections of why they might resist this offer or opportunity. So this is the fundamental thing that creates a winning offer. What most people do is they just do this one thing, the mechanism, which is, I have a membership site, and I might mention who it's for. I have a membership site for balloon artists. I have a membership site for entrepreneurs, too general. I have a membership site for pregnant moms. I have a membership site for crypto investors. These are not the whole story. So the short offer pitch is a clear offer. So I help customer get the result. So the mechanism almost doesn't matter. Like, a lot of us try to sell the course or the membership. Like, oh, I have a course. People don't want that. They want the result that the course or the membership or the coaching program promises. So I help balloon artists start and grow their companies. I help house cleaners and maids start and grow their companies. I do that through a membership site. And if I can put a timeline on it, like in 6 months, without wasting time or money, as an example. Like, time and money are common objections. That's why I mentioned those. So the long offer, when you have somebody's attention, particularly you're talking to, the short offer is really good for like a cocktail party where somebody just asks you what you do, but they're not your target customer per se. But the long offer is when you are talking to your ideal avatar. So my membership site helps balloon artists start and grow their make $50,000 in their first year without feeling alone or running out of time before their dream dies. That's a strong, long offer pitch if I was talking to an aspiring balloon artist. So you can see the offer here: training for house cleaners and maids. So that's a training is the mechanism. House cleaners and maids are the avatar, the customer. Savvy cleaner is the identity transformation that we're making. Getting certified and grow a cleaning business. You can see the offer elements are here. She's, only the membership is really the last thing that's mentioned. All right. So next up, we're going to create our course outline. So the problem is, if you don't create the course outline, you don't know what to teach. It's like a writer's block. You can get really unorganized, and you don't have a teaching background. So it's easy to really get in the weeds here. If you go through the system I'm about to show you, you can know exactly what to teach. You can stay organized, and you'll enjoy the freedom and flexibility and efficiency of having an actual instructional design system. And you know what you have at the end of this, which is really cool? A product. Even if it's just the outline, that's something that you can sell before you've made the content. Remember what I said earlier in the call about pre-selling. So the course outline, is your product. It's your offer. It can have a future start date, but it shows you can show people when you have an outline, like what it is they're actually buying or pre-ordering. So I'm going to show you how to create your money attracting course outline for your membership in 1 hour, even if you've never taught anything before. See, the biggest challenge we have is that so many of us we're into some subject matter expertise, but we're not trained as teachers or coaches. So this will help you kind of package your knowledge into a product. And what you're going to get on the other side of this is a syllabus. which is a structured outline of the main points of a course curriculum. How many people out there have thought about writing a book and it hasn't happened? Course creators are no different. When they're thinking about their membership site and they're thinking about their first course, I can tell you this: if you never create a syllabus or a course outline, the project is never going to go anywhere. There will always be an excuse or something that gets in the way of getting it done because we don't have this syllabus as a forcing function to help us focus in on the content we need to make and to create this awesome product. But we're going to solve that today. So remember, we've got our customer and we've got our result that they want to achieve. So what we want to do is, if this customer is going to go on this journey, and let's say we had to chunk it into phases, what would those 3 phases be? So if I was doing like a training for course creators, I help course creators create their first 6-figure course. Phase 1 would be create. Phase 2 would be launch. Phase 3 would be scale. That's just an example of how we're chunking down this result into 3 phases. So once we have those down and we think about the steps, like what are the steps to create, like in my example, to create a course? What's step 1? It's to, come up with your offer. Step 2 is to come up with your outline. Step 3 is to make the content. You see what I'm saying? And then then what do we need to do to launch? We need to, get the website. We need to put our content on there. We need to set up the marketing systems. Then we need to scale. How do we do that? We do that through word of mouth, content marketing, paid advertisement. I'm just making that up on the fly. And this is, the 6-figure course creator launch. So each phase is I like to use the word section as we get into thinking more in terms of course terms. And then each step is a lesson. But the reason we kind of have these 2 different ways of saying it is by thinking from the customer to the result through these phases, what are the steps they need to take to get the result? And by thinking in this way, we're not just putting content inside of a course that may or may not be a step-by-step solution to help somebody achieve a result. And people want more than anything as a result. They don't necessarily want to spend time in a giant library of your mind. They want to go get to some kind of result. And there's different ways to structure a course, but this particular one is the fastest way to create a course for a membership site. And then we can drill in more. Content creation can feel overwhelming, but when we do instructional design, once we go inside the steps, the 9 steps, what are the actions there? So, if we had an action of, let's say we're over here and we were going to do launch, like create, launch, and scale your 6-figure course. First step is to launch the website. So action 1 is to get web hosting, or get domain name web hosting. Action 2 is to install WordPress. Action 3 is to get LifterLMS. We'll put a link in the chat to LifterLMS. We've got a coupon code for you that you can use to get the most powerful membership in LMS, which stands for Learning Management System Solution for WordPress. But see how we're moving through the actions to complete that step. We're not just telling people to launch a website. They need to know how to do that. So this is that framework. So go check that out. And then you can see the coupon code in the chat right now. It's membership 30. We will remind you at the end, so you don't have to go get LifterLMS now if you don't have it. If you're using a different membership solution or something, it's totally fine. Everything that I teach in this doesn't matter what tools you use, but if you want to see the one that we created over the past 8 years for membership site creators just like you, check that out. And I just want to show you that instructional design framework that I'm using teaching you is I'm using right here as well. So this is the course. This is the offer. We have 3 sections here. Because it's a challenge, we structure it into days. So day 0 through 2, day 3 through 5. And then the last section or phase is the bonuses to get the most out of everything. And so when we, for example, focus the avatar, what were the 3 steps? Let's go back to that. So when we focus the avatar, we figured out their pains and desires. We figured out that's step 1. Step 2 is we figured out their primary measurable goal and identity transformation. And step 3 was we figured out their demographics and psychographics. So you can see I'm literally practicing what I'm teaching you today to come up with this framework. So that's how we come up with our course outline, and also not just an outline. I'm going above and beyond here. You also have your content plan by getting into the actual action items to complete that step. This is like notes for you of what kind of worksheets and content you need to make. I'm literally delivering exactly through this framework for you right now. So the last step, almost nobody talks about in our industry, and it's one of the most important and often overlooked, which is to design success systems. Remember, we have an outward focus. We try to, of course, we want to, make money and build a business and freedom and change the world and all that. But when we stay focused on our learners and their success, that's where the real magic takes off. So the problem is when you don't have a success system for your learners, you end up creating a low value course in your membership site. You get low completion rates, and you have unhappy customers. But when you do design success systems, good ones, that are in alignment with your personality style and what you want to do, you create a desirable product, you get high completion rates of your courses, and you have satisfied customers and members. So the big outcome here is happy customers. And do you know why the Tesla car company has no marketing? Because they have a great product full of happy customers that just spread the word. The best marketing is happy customers. Is a good product which creates happy customers. But when you do success systems well, you have the best kind of marketing, which is word of mouth from happy customers. So I'm going to show you how to guarantee happy customers in 1 hour in alignment with your preferences and personality type. So first, the outcome here is customer success. Happy customers. Customer success is the business methodology of ensuring customers achieve their desired outcomes while using your course or enjoying your membership. Never forget about them. Your business, your product is not at the center of your business. Your customer should be. That's the way I think about it anyways. And here's the cool part that'll blow your mind a little bit is there's so many things you can do. You've heard of social media groups, private coaching, group coaching, email, phone calls, live events. Here's the thing. You don't have to do it all. So I've created a framework for you to use to create your success systems that's in alignment with your personality type. So there's 2 spectrums here. One is the private versus group. Like right now, you're in a group context. You're on a webinar with a bunch of other people, right? That's group. If I was having a one-on-one call with you, that would be private. Synchronous is where we're here at the same time. Like for those of you on this call live, we are synchronous. We are here together in time. Asynchronous is when we're not necessarily having the conversation at the same time, like with email. So what do you like to do? I personally like to do group format stuff. And I mean, I like all this stuff, but on the group side, if we're doing it together, you can do group coaching calls around your courses and your membership. You can create peer masterminds where your members get together with other members to help each other. You can do live in-person or virtual events. On the group side, asynchronously, you can do social media groups like a Facebook group or a Slack community or a Discord server, or a like LifterLMS as an example has a social learning feature you can use. You can do peer review, where part of the program is that members review each other's work. You can use lesson comments to have conversations asynchronously that everybody can see. So it's like kind of in a group format. You know, asynchronously, privately, you can email. You can make private website content. Like LifterLMS has a feature called private areas where you can have basically like a private blog between a teacher and a learner. Synchronously, you can do private, you can do a one-on-one coaching call. And then the most expensive one that some people do is, it goes by many names, but it's called an in-person VIP day. So that's where they're like in your top plan, you actually fly to their location, or they come into your office with their team, and it's all about them. It's like it's a VIP experience with you, the expert. And there's more, but just to get you thinking, if you're the kind of person that doesn't like to be live with people as much as you want, like do the asynchronous success systems. If you do like to be live, do the synchronous stuff, and you can mix both sides. If you're becoming really successful and your time is limited, you might need to explore group options more than private options, or increase the prices on your private options so that you can, manage your time appropriately. So this is an example LifterLMS customer. Her name's Melissa Love. She helps web designers start and grow their companies. And in her success systems, you can see she has like a calendar of events here. She does a bunch of group coaching. She has these co-working sessions she does where her members just get together and kind of work together at the same time on Zoom and go into breakout rooms and things like that. And I think she I don't know if she still does it, but she does like a one-on-one onboarding call with people. So there's lots of different ways to approach your success systems, but I just encourage you to think about, there's a reason why Masterclass, where you can learn the best from the best teachers in the world, that like how to do comedy from Steve Martin, or how to cook like Gordon Ramsay or whatever. Is that his name? But they're only $10 a month. And you know why? Even though they're the best in the world, because it's just content. You can't get Steve Martin to help you with your jokes, or Gordon to jump in and help you on a spice recommendation for a dish or something like that. So pay attention to success systems. A membership site is not just about content. It can be, but if you want to increase the value and the likelihoods that it'll work, help design your success systems. So that's the 5-day, 6-figure course plan challenge. You can see the process. We're literally practicing what we preach here and designing this challenge. There is a link in the chat on where to go get the challenge. So go check that out if you haven't yet. It's lifterlikes.com/challenge. We've got 3 bonuses ready for you inside there too. One is a training on how to launch your membership website super fast, how to price your course or membership, and then how to get traffic to it. So this is literally, decades into days of knowledge here that I'm sharing with you today. This is what the challenge looks like. Basically, we go through each of these things. We kind of flew by at a high level today, and there's worksheets for you to complete so that you can come up with your 6-figure membership site plan. So go check that out. I also want to give some credit where credit is due. Some of the people that helped me learn this style of planning and teaching and systems. Simon Bowen had a huge influence on me in terms of teaching through models like the asynchronous, synchronous kind of thing. Julie Dirksen is an awesome instructional designer. I've learned a ton from her. Aaron Fletcher is also amazing. I've learned a ton from him in terms of kind of creating structure around course creation and businesses. Got a note in the chat that the link's not working. It should be working. Maybe check that out, Will, in the chat. It's lifterlikes.com/challenge. And I want to thank you, everybody, for letting me do what I love to do, which is to help education entrepreneurs, whether you think of yourself as a membership site creator, course creator, a coach, expert, or if you're in an industry that serves that market. Thank you for coming here today. Go to the lifterlikes.com/challenge. It looks like the link's working. We are going to take some Q&A, and I do want to encourage you to stay to the end because we are going to be doing a giveaway. So hang tight. So I'm going to pass it over to Will. Do we have any questions to get into about the 5-day 6-figure course or membership plan challenge?
Yeah, I guess I think this user might have hopped off, but we did actually have a question that was interesting about with this training, is it for newbies, or what if you already have a membership site built out? Is there like, I guess the question is there any avatar work that needs to be done once you already have your membership site launched? Or is that something that is just at the beginning, or how would you go about doing that if you've already launched a site but don't necessarily have a clear avatar?
I would say the older I get, the more I realize it's always good to revisit the fundamentals. So basically, we created this challenge because we saw a lot of people buying our software and just in general in the industry where they did not have a plan. So the dirty little secret in our industry is that there's a lot of failure rate among coaches and course creators. So we wanted to create a plan so people could be more successful when they got into the tools. That being said, it's, the things we talked about here, stepping into your power, having a clear avatar, having a winning offer, having an outline that delivers your knowledge in an effective way quickly, and then having a success program around your training. These are all super fundamental and important. So the more we can, even if you're already moving, and especially if you're struggling and it feels like something isn't working, you're probably off in one of those areas. So yeah, that's it's designed for people just getting started, but it could be good training for your next membership site or your next course, or maybe you're in motion and things aren't working. If that's you, I'd definitely encourage you to go revisit the fundamentals that we lay out in this challenge. And again, it's if you take 5 days, 1 hour a day, fill out the worksheets, you're going to have some insights. I guarantee it. Even if you're already a successful membership site creator, you may find a little tweak in here that helps you unlock the next level of growth.
Cool. Another question was with the course that we're linking up in the chat. How does that differ from this training? Like, what kind of wins or takeaways will people get from going through that content that they won't necessarily get just from our presentation here today?
So the challenge today is it's more of a high level overview of like the process, right? But we're not really getting into action. So you're actually going to get the worksheets to fill out, to lock in your Ikigai, your avatar worksheet, your course outline. You could watch this video and kind of piece it together on your own, but I just encourage you to get into the course because it's more structured. You got worksheets on each lesson. And then the big thing is the bonuses. Once you have your plan, I've got everything you need next, which is how to launch the website, how to price the course, and how to get traffic. These are the 3 most burning needs you have once you get your plan together. So those are inside the course. So that's one of the big benefits of going through the 5-day challenge, and then utilizing these bonuses so you can be even more successful.
Cool, cool. And another question was, how do you know you have an avatar issue? Like, I know course sites are pretty complex. They have a lot of components to them. Are there any telltale signs or indications with struggling with success that it's an issue with avatar?
Avatar issues. First of all, I just want to honor the beginner. If you go, the biggest challenge of any membership site, coaching program, or course is to go from 0 to 1 customer. And that one customer is not your friend or your mom or whatever. It's like a real customer that didn't know you before. That's huge, right? So if you're stuck on 0, that's definitely a problem. If you're feeling kind of lost, I notice people will often like, well, I need to run ads, or I need to like build this complicated thing on my website, or I need more courses or content. If you're just kind of feeling lost and like things just aren't working, it's probably an avatar issue. And because the avatar is really fundamental. Like, we put our customer at the center of our business, not our product. If you change your mindset to that, if you think that way and you're not getting sales and you've done everything that you think correctly, you probably have an issue with your avatar. And one of the easiest avatars to focus on, by the way, just to give you a pro tip, is an earlier version of yourself. You may hear about some opportunity like, oh, I hear whatever is a good niche these days. But if you actually think about a previous version of yourself, like Ziv when he was a balloon artist, or Angela when she ran her own cleaning business and that's all she did, those are good places to start because you really understand that avatar. You don't always have to, quote, scratch your own itch, but that can be really good because there's just less guessing if you're honest about what you were like back then and what you needed. And you basically create the membership site or the coaching or the courses that you wish had existed when you were at that stage.
Cool, cool. And we did have a question in chat here from Charles. If you were entering this space and wanted to identify a few membership sites to benchmark against, who would they be? So do you have any advice on that? I guess the general, like,
It's a fair question. One of the things I would do, maybe you can put in the chat, Will, is our success stories. So we have a podcast called LMS Cast for membership site creators. And it's some of our content marketing, but we also interview some of our guests are successful membership site creators, and they will often share their numbers and just things that you could benchmark against. And we've cataloged and captured a bunch of that stuff. So go check that out. I think you did lifterlikes.com/success, Will. I think.
oh yeah, that goes over there.
Oh, it does go over there. Cool. A particular one, maybe you can grab the link, Will, is Kay PC. She launched a membership site called Active Campaign Academy to help people learn how to use Active Campaign for their business. And she just did, she goes into detail about her first launch and all that stuff. So go check that out. And yeah, there's also a great podcast called Behind the Membership, which has a bunch of membership site owners that get interviewed by Mike and Callie Willows from the Membership Geeks. I'd recommend that one as well, just to look for inspiration. I'd encourage you to be careful though, because not all membership sites are the same. Like, I know people that have 100 members and they're like wildly successful, millions of dollars, high-end coaching stuff. I know people that have, 500 members or 1,000 or 50,000. So not all numbers are created equal. That's one of the reasons why pricing your membership or your course correctly is super important, which also depends on your avatar in terms of their willingness to pay and how much they'll pay and all that. So check out the pricing bonus. That'll help with that. And also just be okay with small wins. The best membership sites are, made over time. They're not like, it's great when somebody has a great first launch. Melissa Love, we'll put her success story in the chat. She launched and I think it was like 300 students or something on the first one, or David Blackman. We'll put them both in the chat. These people launched their membership site and had a really strong first launch. But then year after year, they keep promoting it, making it better, learning from their members. It's kind of an iterative process. So go easy on yourself, especially if it's kind of slow in the beginning in terms of the results that you want, and celebrate that 0 to 1, because just getting one member. I remember when I created my very first online course in 2012 or 13. This was in the gardening niche, and I had somebody from New Zealand named Ron who bought my first course through PayPal, and it was the best feeling in my entire life. So as an entrepreneur, I shouldn't say of everything, but having somebody literally from the other side of the planet who I didn't know buy my permaculture gardening course was so cool. And that's important to celebrate those wins as well. Any other questions in the chat?
We don't have any other questions in the chat.
Well, we are going to draw a bonus. So from random drawing, somebody on the call is going to get a free year of the LifterLMS Earth bundle, and we're grabbing that, and Will's grabbing that. And who is it, Will?
Cool. We got Marco DC.
Marco DC, congratulations. So email help@lifterlms.com and we'll set you up with your prize, Marco. So congratulations. If you happen to already be a LifterLMS customer by some chance, we'll extend your license or whatever. But congratulations to Marco. And I want to encourage everybody to go take the 5-day challenge, slow down, give yourself those hours. And also, Will, if you could drop the coupon code again. If you decide to use LifterLMS for your membership site, as you can see in some of these case studies and what we've been doing, if you drop the link to the pricing page and stuff too, we got this bonus here for you to get 30% off for the next 72 hours. So go check that out. And the cool thing is about Lifter is we do a lot of live support. We're big on customer success systems. So if you like calls like this and stuff, it's just one of the cool things about the LifterLMS community and stuff like that. So go check that out. I want to thank everybody for coming. Thanks, Will, for helping me put this on. We are going to do a replay. So I will send you an email with a replay. This is happening again tomorrow. It's not the same thing. Tomorrow, we're getting into more of a live, like how to build the actual site and, how to think about, launching your membership site. It's going to be a lot of fun. So completely different presentation tomorrow, but we go from plan to like launching the membership site. I think you're really going to love it. So be sure to come tomorrow at the same time. And yeah, thanks everybody for coming, and have a great rest of your day.